Yeah, okay, there we go. Hi, everybody, and welcome to SciFi Vision for January 13th. I didn't mean you couldn't keep it, Karen. I was joking. But welcome, everybody. Tonight we have the first two, or not first two, episode 3 and 4 of Harlan Coben's Runaway. And then we have, you guys have, I should say, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, episode 6, I think. I'm trying to go my shitty memory here. And then you guys are doing the first 2 of Night Manager, which I also have not seen. But everybody, please make sure you like the video, hype it if you can, subscribe to SciFi Vision. It's all appreciated. Like I said before, we still have a lot of interviews coming up. Right, women should be up tomorrow if all goes according to plan. I know you guys have Night Manager, Starfleet Academy, and I have a really big interview tomorrow. I don't know if I should tell people or I should wait. I'm always paranoid I'll mess it up. No, I know you got an interview tomorrow too. But
I'm just saying, just wait and surprise people.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant wait, like you were saying wait. What happened? I was confused. Yeah.
No.
I'll just say the person is a big Marvel person. Not Clark Gregg again, unfortunately, but another Marvel person that I didn't think I'd get. So I'm excited about that. But that will be coming soon. Thanks, Jen. Appreciate it. Sorry, my camera's all screwed up. I did return to Silent Hill today, so those will be coming soon too. All right. Well, so hi guys. How you doing?
Hi.
Now that I'm done my spiel, did you like
hello everyone in streaming world?
Land, yeah. Sorry,
I always want to say podcast world or podcast land, but it's like this isn't a podcast anymore.
People still call it that. That's what I think older people call it. That's why I try not to do that, but a lot of people still do.
So in other words, you're trying not to show your age.
Yeah, pretty much. No, but yes, I still tend to say podcast, and then I try to change it. But so, what did you guys think of these 2 Runaways? I wanted to watch more, but I ran out of time, so I didn't get to.
That's good that you didn't watch more, because then you sit there forgetting where you left off and say things you should.
That's fair.
I gotta say, I've come to the conclusion that the British Harlan Coben shows adapt his books as extremely confusing and insane as they possibly can.
Which is the attraction, right? That's why you watch it.
Well, see, I don't know, though, because I started watching Just One Look today, which is one of his newer ones that was adapted in Poland. And it's a lot more, it's got twists and turns, but it's a lot more tame. It's not so,
there's one on television too. I was flipping through tonight and I don't remember what the name of it was. I recorded it so I could check later, but there was some Harlan Coben thing I'd never heard of on CBS.
It's the new, it's a true crime show. It's not his.
Oh, okay. Then I shouldn't have taped it because I'm just going to delete it. I didn't know that was the true crime one. Damn it. I thought there was another show. I didn't realize.
Well, yeah, Jamie, Just One Look on Netflix is a new one that just came out today, maybe.
Oh, and that's not true crime, or that is too?
No, it's a Harlan Coben. Just One Look is a Harlan Coben novel, but it's
but that's the Polish one.
But it's a Polish adapted. That's what I'm saying. Any ones that aren't adapted by British they don't seem to be as insane. Maybe that's just me, but
I don't know. I like that about it, though. I think. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think this is the third Polish. This is at least the second, maybe the third Polish.
This is the third Polish one, I think.
I have not watched them. I understand they're not all equal quality. Like one of them is considered like the worst Harlan Coben adaptation. And then the other one is better. This one might be good. There's a Spanish one that I think is.
I think that's the one I started watching.
The Spanish. Yeah, the Spanish. I forget the name of the Spanish one, but I've seen that. Yeah, that was pretty good.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
No, I was just gonna say. Sometimes I wonder if it's more like a style thing because that's
kind of what I mean.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say because I feel like American mysteries are different even than British ones because British ones, like, at least to me, usually, now Harlan Coben, maybe not because it does have that craziness, but a lot of times when you watch British mysteries, because I watch quite a lot of stuff from the UK, like, they usually are very detailed in their process, and they start out kind of slow, and it takes you a while to get into the case. Where I feel like in American television, if they don't put a bunch of crazy shit in the first 5-10 minutes, people quit watching because we have such short attention spans. At least I've found that.
I would agree with that assessment.
I mean,
I know a lot of people won't stick around for the rest of the British ones, and it's like they're like, I'm bored before it gets started. I'm like, but it's so good, just give it a chance.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that actually.
I mean, I would say that certainly different countries and different cultures like have different like kinds of styles that they like. I'm not sure that I would say Americans have any shorter attention span. We're not the only people on this planet addicted to like 2-minute videos on our phones. But certainly different cultures are going to have different ways of adapting.
They approach it different, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, let's jump into it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So we get, am I on the right episode?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I want to make sure. All right. So we get the flashback where we find out, I don't have my damn cast list up, so I don't seem really stupid when I can't remember any of their names. Ellen.
Elena, right? Elena? Is that her name?
Yeah. See, you're wrong. You're telling me you're not even right. That's so funny. What's it called?
I thought it was Ellen. Is it Elena?
I believe it's Elena.
It's Elena. Yeah, there, I'll get my cast list up.
Close enough.
Anyway, we find out that she was a cop, and that's where she met her husband was during this sting, I guess you'd probably call it, and then she got shot in the ass protecting him. I don't know that this was necessary, but it was a cute scene.
I think it was necessary. It was a cute scene. I think it's necessary in the way, though, to show. I mean, she could just say that she has a dead husband, but I think the visual of the husband kind of makes it more real, I guess.
I don't mean it doesn't fit. I just meant, like, I don't know, how important to the story it is to see it.
I think it's important in a lot of ways. I mean,
I do too. I think to see the husband is very important. That's what I'm.
Well, and they have their meet cute is really dramatic, and he seems to be really nice. And she later in the episode will refer to him as like not being a good husband. So, I mean, there's that part of the story that we don't know what happened in between there. It's also important, I think, in terms of, she can say she has a background in law enforcement before she became a PI, but we see that she had like real tactical skills, right?
Yeah, I was surprised that she was like right in there. Like I could have maybe seen her be like a detective or something, but she's right in the middle of it.
Yeah, and so we don't know how that could become important later, right?
Well, I have theories, which we'll get to.
I do too, but
yeah. All right, what's next? That's still about her husband. There she is with a shot ass. I think it was sad though. Like I felt bad for her, but he did see
got shot. Yeah, probably hurt.
No, well, yeah, that too. But no, I just meant I felt bad about her husband.
Got in the ass. She was fine.
But yeah, that was funny when he's like, he's like, you got shot, and she's like, yeah, in the ass.
So she's really by the end of these 2 episodes, she's kind of my favorite character, and I feel like the scenes between her and Daddy Simon are very natural. They're maybe the 2 best actors I think in this cast.
Yeah, well, Minnie Driver's a great actress, but we've only seen her for like 2 minutes, so it's kind of hard.
I gotta say, Elena's been my favorite character since we first introduced to her. I didn't know what was going. She's kind of all over the place. I wasn't sure what's going on with her, but she's definitely the most fun.
Yeah,
and these 2 actors, she and Simon, who oh God, why can't I recall that guy's name? He's in like every Harlan Coben thing. James Nesbitt. They're very natural together. They're clearly, these 2 characters have a good, easy chemistry on screen, right? Their conversation, I really buy these 2 as like not just client, not just like
they seem like they could be friends. They kind of hit it off, and so she has, as we learned at the end of the last episode, since she knows that his daughter had talked to Henry.
Yes.
Henry. Okay. That she's trying to find. Now I forgot the daughter's name. God,
Paige.
I forget.
Hey, Karen remembered.
Right.
Kept calling her Sarah all last week.
Yeah, Sarah. That's right. Sarah, aka Paige. She is going after trying to find more pages because she thinks that maybe she's involved in Henry being missing, and this is where she finds out from him about his daughter being missing, and she right away believes him, and which she should. But I'm just saying, I kind of thought at first maybe she would be a little hesitant to think he was making it up, but she seems to buy it. And they do, even though she says she doesn't trust him, she seems to be joking around at that. I think she mostly does. But yeah, she starts kind of going with him as he goes about trying to solve things. And he tells his family, felt bad for her when he did that. He told his kids, he's like, she's going to find your sister. And she kind of got roped into it. And then we see her text there, and we find out why later. Let's see. And then we also have the cops again, who we know from the end of the last episode that they do know that Simon's wife, Ingrid, had left the hospital before she got shot, obviously, and snuck out. So they're trying to track down where she went because they're thinking maybe she killed the guy.
Aaron.
This is why I try to find really quick the cast list, and I didn't have it up. Think that potentially she killed Aaron, and they have to check her alibi. And he goes back to talk to Jay, the doctor. His name is Jay, about the alibi that he obviously lied about. And they are together. Did we talk about that last time? I was surprised. I didn't expect them to be a couple. I don't know if we talked.
Yeah, Karen and I both said how we thought it was going to be. I think it was Karen and I that we both thought it was going to be the attorney.
Yeah. They're so unprofessional the way they're texting each other in the office and being. I mean,
that's funny.
They've been sleeping together 8 months, and it's not. I mean, I wouldn't want these cops working on my case. They certainly would get fired if anybody would find out, right? And they're not only like. I mean, it's not out of the office. Like they're in the office, like sending flirty messages to each other. Like it's not appropriate, and it's not.
It's not even a brand new relationship either. Like it's not.
Yeah, she said she's been sleeping with him for 8 months, and they're still, and it's just not. I wonder if it will come to bite these two in the ass before this is over.
Maybe. I don't know. I every time I see him though, all I think of is him as a little kid in Harry Potter, and it makes it weird, and I can't help it. I'm just like, this kid was 11. I feel really old. And yeah, that's pretty much where my thoughts go when they show him having these scenes, but no, they're good. So this is where Simon brings Elena to the hospital, and he wants to talk to his son alone because she has told him that whenever she had Paige had emailed Henry that the address came from the school that her brother went to. So you kind of know right away that we already kind of, I think, suspected that he maybe was in contact with her, but he's been talking to his sister, and of course his father flips out because he didn't tell him.
Well, he had the guitar, so that was kind of obvious.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he had the guitar and everything, but I was surprised when you find out that like she stole everything off of him, and that's why he was selling her guitar.
I'm not.
I mean, I'm not surprised thinking about it, but but I mean, like I hadn't expected. I was like, oh, okay.
Of course, I have a feeling it's going to turn out that she wasn't stealing the stuff for money for drugs.
Oh, I think
there's going to be more to it.
Yeah, but yeah, she stole his Switch and his laptop and other things from the dorm, which is why he was paying people off because his aunt was helping him pay them back. So that part is solved. And let's see. Then this is where they're talking, and I know. She tells him that he should go to the funeral for Aaron, which, is probably not going to go well. And these people are not going to be happy.
That seems like really not a good idea. And I was surprised she said it.
I know. Like, he's going to make himself look guilty, right? Like, she's not wrong that his daughter might be there, but to suggest he do this was, not a smart move.
I understand her thought process. Simon's just doesn't have the right amount of couth to pull it off.
And like every show ever, don't the cops like go to the funeral in case the killer shows up there?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And she was a cop; she would know that.
He's gonna make himself look guilty. I agree with Jamie.
Yeah. But I don't know. If he had gone there and like apologized to them maybe for beating up their kid, it might have went a little better. But
that would kind of not be appropriate anyway, right?
No, it still wouldn't be appropriate. But if he went there and offered his condolences, at least it wouldn't have been so bad.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
I mean, it was his daughter's boyfriend, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so he's going to go there just in case she shows up, which she doesn't. Surprisingly, I actually figured she would after all that, and then she never does. But we find out that her texts are from, now I definitely don't remember this woman's name that she went to her house. She's the one that owned the restaurant.
Restaurant
lady. It doesn't really matter. Restaurant lady. She goes to her apartment and starts snooping around. She breaks into her apartment, I should say, starts snooping around. I don't know if it's important that this woman has a really weird organization system other than that she knows she changed the book. But I didn't, like, I'm kind of thinking if somebody is that, like, anal about the way they have their, look, everybody organizes things different, so I shouldn't say anal, but she's that particular about the way her books are arranged. Why would you move it? Like, that was so obvious and dumb. I didn't get why she switched the book in the first place. Was there supposed to be a significance to that?
I feel like there's a part of me that thinks it's intentional because she wants her to know that somebody was in her house.
Yeah, she also sprayed perfume when she was sitting on that stool.
Why, I don't know.
I don't know that she wanted her to find out who it was as quick as she did, though. Let's put it that way.
To me, she sits down and she sprays perfume in the room, right? And then she switches this book, and then she goes and roots through the stuff. And I mean, we find out a little bit more later, but in those moments, that's where, like, for me, this started to go from, to be clear that she's not working on a case, that this is something personal.
Yeah.
And she hasn't been in this house before, but sorry, I'm looking for a light switch. But this is not a case. Like, this is something, it was kind of stalker. It was kind of stalkerish, I thought. Or
obvious
to scare the person that someone's, I agree, Jamie. It's like, or AJ, whichever you said it, she wants that person to know that someone was in the house.
Yeah. It had to be.
And the funny thing is, after we learn about her husband, and her husband was dead, and we find out that he wasn't a great guy. My first thought was, I guess he liked them young. Because the restaurant owner is clearly a lot younger than Elena.
Yeah.
That
was my first thought.
Not case.
Yeah.
So we find we see her with the picture of her, which we find out later is her mother-in-law. I thought maybe she was trying to find her family or something and just didn't want to tell her. I wasn't sure what was going on at this point. Hold on, I got to take pills.
Well, I mean, that's her mother-in-law, her dead husband's wife, and there's this photo of her. So, yeah, it does appear that, AJ, that's not a bad guess, right? That, like, her husband having an affair with this person. And her mother-in-law, but then her mother-in-law knew about it.
Right. Well, when she found the picture, I actually figured out that that was her mother-in-law, because I was like, okay, that's why these people have a picture of grandma, and I was like, that's got to be her mother. Her techie is her mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course we learn later that I was close, just not exact.
But yeah, we do find that after. But either way, she was very sloppy going in there. Like I said, she may have wanted her to know somebody was in there, but I don't think she expected her to figure it out that quick.
I don't think it was supposed to be that quick.
It's a little weird and inconsistent, because sometimes she seems very obvious in what she's doing and it makes her seem like a bad PI. And another time she seems like a really good PI and like it's put on. So it's a little confusing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this was put on also. It just didn't go exactly how she wanted it, I think.
Yeah.
This is not a PI situation. This is not a PI case. She's not. This is a personal.
Well, it is, but it's personal.
Right. It's her own. Her own
personal investigation. Yeah.
I did think that was pretty smart that she keeps unlocking the car, so she had a couple minutes to get away.
Yeah,
she didn't long enough. She might have stayed a little bit longer at the car, but
for me, this is beyond investigation and is maybe kind of stalking. because of
Well,
this
yeah.
book, right?
Yeah, definitely. And then we get more with these two and more with them stealing license plates and cars and everything. I don't think there's really a whole lot here. She says she wants to take them to a place that's important to them both. Is what that's
I hate
about.
these two. These two, to me, are a distraction and a waste of time. And I just don't like how clearly psycho she. Like, I just feel like I've watched this is Barbie and Ken, right? And she is clearly psycho, right? And I hate these two. And they better turn out to be something. They better turn out to be something.
To be fair, I think they were made psycho.
Yeah,
they
were abused, and it's hard to tell.
Okay, but most people don't become professional killers.
I was going to say that doesn't make everybody psycho, though. But yeah, most of them don't become professional killers, right? So the cops go back to the hospital to talk to Jay here and tell him. Well, first they take him in, but then they tell him that they know his alibi is fake. All right. And that's when he goes to the funeral. He tries to talk to Aaron's father, who understandably is pissed off and won't talk to him. And then he ends up following the mother. And that's just him talking to his sister, who agrees with him that his wife would want him to investigate as opposed to being in the hospital with her. And I took a picture of the murder board. I know it's not a murder board. Well, it's kind of a murder board. I guess it is a murder board, but I took a picture of it. And then there's a lot with them at work. Like you said, their inappropriate behavior and them talking about she doesn't want to get caught because she knows they'll break up their partnership. Yada, yada. Nothing super, super important. Chase is after the mother there of Aaron. More with her trying to find out what's going on. That's not important. Okay. So then she goes to the crime scene of, I don't remember the name, but the tattoo artist who was murdered. He was the one that they tried to make look like a robbery. I did hear how she called his boss in order to get him to put her on the case. I don't think that would work in real life, but I like it.
Sure, it would.
Don't know. Depend how
she goes. She went to the academy with his boss.
Yeah, she knew her. So either way, she's brought in.
And it's a good thing that she butted in because she seemed to figure things out quicker than he did.
Yes. She knows it was a fake robbery. They also she figures out that the second victim was killed because they saw the first guy get killed. And so now she's part of the case. Let's see. And then he has followed Aaron's mother there to the bar, and he finds out from her that Aaron was adopted and that.
Well, no, that's not what he finds out. He finds out
it's not her child. I'm sorry, it's not her kid. So
that she's the stepmommy. We don't realize that he's adopted yet.
Yeah, you're right. She's a stepmother. But she says that about him and his, for the kid's mother, and that supposedly her husband said that he met her in another country, but she knew that he never had a passport, so it was a lie. Right. And she clearly, there's no love lost between her and Aaron. So she does kind of help him a little bit. Tells him what she knows. Not that it's a lot, but she does tell him what she knows.
It's enough, though.
It's enough. And then we go here to the restaurant, we just call it diner or whatever. They are following up on the lead which I didn't take a picture of it, but Jay had told them that every day, Ingrid. Well, not every day, but they take turns. They pick up food for all the nurses, and he says that that night she left because she went to go get the food.
It's every Tuesday. It's every Tuesday, the night that she has the night shift. She buys them dinner for the nurses.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's the thing is it's like he had. I guess he's just a dumb person in a murder show, so I guess he didn't. But the smart thing would have been maybe to tell them this right away, because they're clearly going to figure it out, and then he lied, and then he's saying he had an affair with her. Which, look, I don't know that Jay actually had an affair with her. I think it is
he's
possible
full of shit.
He's just a stalker, and he's using it as an excuse. But
he's
either way,
He's not stupid. He's a liar. And every time they talk to him, he makes up a new thing. Oh, I forgot. Oh, this. Oh, that. Like,
he got caught in a lie.
It's just like one story after the next, right? Yeah. He's covering for himself. I mean, it does appear by the end of it that they are
maybe having an affair. We don't know.
Maybe having an affair, right?
I don't believe for a second they're having an affair, and I think Simon is an idiot for believing it in any way, shape, or form. I think he's an idiot. I mean, you can't even question your comatose wife. You know what I mean? Like why would everything we've seen with them, they seem to have a pretty good marriage. So why he would immediately believe it is kind of far-fetched to me. And I mean, it's a Harlan Coben novel, so whatever.
I don't know. I mean, he could be serious. Probably like, why is she at this guy's apartment by herself, though? I could understand questioning why she would be there and not tell him.
I do think something.
If she was there, there's no proof other than him saying it.
Right. Yeah.
I wonder why. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I was just gonna. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I wonder why he would fake her alibi. There's two reasons he would fake her alibi. One, because he is crazy in love with her and he's trying to protect her, which may or may not be the case. The other reason would be because he needs her as his alibi.
Yes.
Because I'm not sure why else you would make this up. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I think he's in love with her, and I think he thinks he's protecting her.
Yeah, but he's not. It doesn't seem like he is anyway.
He's not very bright.
He isn't. He's not.
Well, I mean, he's bright. He's a doctor, but he's not very good at the sneaking around shit.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want him operating on me.
Okay, fair. Fair.
He doesn't have good.
Not really sure how he became a doctor.
Yeah, don't know. They're at the tattoo shop at that crazy ass tiger tattoo. I think it was a tiger, wasn't it? That was like a creepy tattoo.
The tiger lady that he was ogling.
Yeah, that is the victim's husband, and that they talk to. Not really that important. And then he does go back and talk to the father of Aaron to find out some things. What the hell was he doing? I don't know if that was like a pig pen or something that he was throwing. Yes. I wasn't sure if he was throwing away sandwiches or throwing them to an animal. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, no, it was a pig pen.
Okay. I'm not. I guess it just was his garbage, because I'm like thinking you made a sandwich for the pig. I doubt that.
No, leftovers from the service.
Throwing the leftovers to the pig. Yeah, he talks to Simon, but only, I think, partially because he thinks it'll piss him off too. But he tells him that his daughter, or that his son, did not go after his daughter. It was the other way around. They're clearly aware that their son was a drug dealer, and it's not that they're protecting him or anything. But he's like, no, your daughter was after him. It was her that kept coming after him, and then Simon decides to look in the caravan, which you knew that was coming as soon as he's seen it. I was thinking, like, Aaron's father there, like, if I was him, I immediately would have, like, checked the caravan and been like, he's going to show up there, right? But he did go, and he did find his daughter's jacket, which, is evidence, and he decides to steal, of course, because he's him, and this is a Harlan Coben story. But he takes
evidence of what, though? That she had been there?
I guess, but it looked like when they showed it later in the car, like really quickly, it looked like there was blood on it, and I wondered if that was going to be a clue later. And I'm thinking, well, maybe if he had taken it to the police,
jacket
could be blood from when she got that shit kicked out of her from
when he beat her up. It's her blood from when he beat her up.
Yeah,
we saw her wearing that in the park, and her whole face was bruised. Yeah. She'd already been beaten. I bet if you went back, there might be blood on the jacket in that scene.
Yeah, I just wonder though, if he had taken it to the cops too, maybe they would have taken things a little more serious, especially if it had blood all over it. But because they're not really they're only looking for her insofar as she could be a murderer. They're not even trying really to find her. I mean, they are, but they're not. Like, they're not. It's not their priority.
She's not their priority at all. They think Simon did it.
Yeah, so they're. I mean, like I said, if they think she might then did it, then they'll look a little better. But otherwise, they're not too concerned. She finds out at the tattoo place that, I don't know why I took a picture of that. I thought that was the internet history, that they were looking up ancestry. Somebody at that computer, probably the victim, was looking up their
victim was adopted.
Ancestry, and that's when you find out later that he was adopted, as was Henry, which we already knew. I thought we were going to find out that maybe Paige was, but clearly that's not.
As was Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron was too. You're right. So there's the killers again in the car. They go up to the orphanage, and they're probably intending to kill this woman. But we do find out that she abused them, so I didn't feel bad for her. And that's the father of Henry again. We already talked about that. He does still stay at her bedside again. And to be fair, he is like, somebody should be with her. It is kind of awful that everybody's ditched her, Like, I understand he's trying to find his daughter. So I could kind of understand that he did, but like, her kids left, her sister left. So, hey,
can you go back for a second? Did you just basically yada yada the entire thing that takes place at the foster mother's house?
No, it goes back to there. I yada yada them going into the house.
Okay, all right.
No, that's in the next episode. I haven't skipped that. Don't worry. There he is, and I already talked about that. He grabbed the jacket because that's where the episode is.
And not for nothing, he told the important person. He told Elena about the jacket.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
She's the most competent. She's the most competent person in the whole show.
Yeah, that's true. Hold on, I gotta open the other picture and start the next episode. I'm getting better at doing these fast. All right, hold on. I lost my thing. All right, we want...
Yeah, screw the cops. They're too busy playing grab ass.
All right, there's...
You gotta admit, though, that scene was really funny when he bent over in front of her. That was really funny.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. She's like, I like your ass in those pants. And then he bends over. Very, very unprofessional.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. All right, well, that's why you can't date a partner. That would be one.
Oh, even before we even start this, I had already started suspecting that I think the reason she went looking for Aaron was because something happened to her at school and she wanted somebody beaten up, because that those first shots that we see in the first episode that are kind of disjointed and not really sure what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like that's when we find out that she went looking for him. I think she was looking for him to, rough somebody up.
Potentially, yeah. But, the one thing I don't know. I still wonder, though. I said that I wondered if it was possible that that his daughter was somehow in on these murders. And it made me kind of wonder. I don't know that it makes sense, but it to me is still strange, the fact that she's watching somebody beat up this guy here and just stands there. Because whenever he later tells her father about the douchebag teacher that was sleeping with students, I kind of wondered if some of it he made up because he was mad at her. But then you find out he's maybe in a relationship with her. We really don't know.
Well, but what the thing
about the fact she's watching.
I think that he did something to her. I think Aaron beat him up on her behest. Maybe she paid him to do it or something.
I have to say, when I saw it in the first episode, in the first opening of the show, when we see it a little bit, I kind of, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, did she stumble upon it happening? But then, but later in that scene, and then what we see in this, she was watching it with interest. She wasn't watching it in the very first episode. I said, "Oh, did she see this murder?" And then she is in hiding because she saw murder. She went on drugs and she went in hiding because she saw murder. But then you see quickly, even in the beginning, and especially now, that's not the case at all. Right?
Yeah, that's part of why I had wondered that at the beginning.
Right. That's my point. At first you think that, but now knowing what we know now, that's why I think she specifically went looking for Aaron to beat this guy up, because this guy did something to her.
So he did something too. Well, we do know that the teacher was sleeping with people.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
It's implied that he might have been. I should say it's implied.
We don't know that teacher's doing, and we don't know that teacher has done anything with anybody. All we have is the word of a very skittish girl who took off.
Yeah, but that the one that was her roommate, she has these pictures on. Now, she could just have a crush on the teacher. I'm not saying necessarily, but I thought it was implying he was sleeping with her. Like, it could even be that maybe she found out he was sleeping with her roommate and she freaked out about it. I don't know. I just assumed
it could be, but to say that it's for sure, nothing.
Yeah, I know sure. that was wrong, because I still think this guy might have lied about what was going on. Not 100% sure why, but I think he might have. So we see him smash his head in while Paige watches, and then he sees Simon coming into the school. When Simon goes to ask questions, we see flashbacks. This is the girl, and I don't remember her name.
Let's call them roommate number 1 and roommate number 2.
Roommate number 1. Okay, well, roommate number 1 was the one I was saying maybe was potentially having an affair with the teacher.
Julie.
She tries to send an email, and the reason why I say that too is she tries to send an email to the teacher at the end saying that he's asking questions. So that's what leads me to believe she was having the affair with him, because she does send.
What leads me to say that is that the subject line of the message says, Paige's dad is looking for you. Be careful. XXX. Like kiss, kiss, kiss.
I didn't notice the X's, but yeah.
Yeah.
There. So I'm right, Amy.
That's what made me think something was going on. And I started to think, maybe does this teacher have some kind of like almost a cult of girls around him? Because there was talk about this club, the Family Tree Club, that people were this family club, and right.
Yeah.
And he was helping her like study and all the stuff. And like there was, there was part of it was like, oh, is he some kind of Svengali with all these girls? But then also like, I mean, it seems clear that's not what's happening with Paige. And then this girl with the 3 signing off with the 3 X's. I'm like, oh, she definitely seems to have something.
At the very least, a crush.
It makes me wonder if one of two things happened. Either she was having a relationship with the teacher and Paige thought it was wrong and did something about it, or if he might have been, or what I think is more likely, probably the teacher liked Paige and she didn't like that. Because if you listen, like whenever she quit school, remember, she's like, she quit talking to me, she changed. Like, I think she was jealous of Paige, because I think maybe the teacher started coming on to Paige. At least that's my guess. That's just completely my guess. There's nothing to tell me that, but just the way she acted, and she seemed to not want to talk about Paige and not be friends with Paige anymore. And with what roommate number 2 said, it makes me think that might be the case. But I don't know. We don't find anything out. That's all about them going to the college. That is important. There is actually, that isn't her in the picture. I thought roommate number 1 was in that picture. I don't know. That's just some girls. So they are still at the orphanage. They've stayed for
it's a foster home.
Foster home. Sorry, I keep calling it foster home. And they've stayed the night, and she's let the woman who's running it has let them stay, like I showed before, this woman who clearly abused them, or abused him anyway, because we find out later she faked. Although I gotta say, if she can't remember which kids she abused, she must have abused a lot of kids. That's
probably all of them.
Well, I mean, she faked the ironing, but still,
Huh?
Did you not notice that? I got a picture of it later. Whenever he came in to talk to her in the bedroom, she had an iron on the ironing board, and they like showed it close up for a second.
Oh, I didn't even.
I think it was implying that she made the scar. Well, it wasn't a scar, but like made the iron mark on herself.
Dee ironed herself while they were in the house.
I believe so. In order to get him to kill her.
No.
Yeah.
No, that was a scar.
That didn't look fresh to me.
Well, I figured that was just. I mean, yeah, you're right, and I kind of wondered, wouldn't he know that? But I kind of thought that was just probably like not. The best.
I think they focused on it because they were focusing on it because of the memories.
I don't know. I thought it was implying that she did that because she was trying to push him into killing her because he seemed reluctant to.
Yeah, no, that would have been red and blistered, and hers was a scar, like an old scar.
Now, it did look like a scar. I'm not disagreeing with that. I just figured that was just not the best makeup, and they didn't think about it because it didn't look fresh.
He clearly didn't want to go there from the minute that Dee decided they were going to go there. He has not wanted to go there. He doesn't want to revisit this. He feels like he's past it. He doesn't want to, he actually, by the time it's over, it's clear he's way better adjusted to his past than Dee is.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really seem to have wished to kill her necessarily, right?
Right. And she was going to do it, and he gets him to do it instead. So I don't know whether she wanted him to, or she really was trying to help him, but she doesn't get that's not a good thing. It's hard.
Well, I mean, she's in a cult, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is in some kind of, I forget what she calls it, the something truth.
Shining light.
Shining truth.
The shining truth.
Shining truth.
Yeah. So the investigator is still talking to Talbot there about the case. They're going to go see the murder victim's husband again. That was when they talked to him. We already talked about that. Okay. So let's see. What's this? He calls his son and has him look up in her date book. This is where they find PVB. And we don't find out exactly what that is. I thought maybe, and I don't remember now because I don't remember what his names are, but I thought that was the teacher's initials.
It is.
They are.
It is. Okay. All right. So that's why then that was there. Okay. I wasn't sure. Because I don't know that he sees that thing about like the family tree. I feel like that's not what we think it is. I don't think that's her trying to find out if she's really his daughter. Personally, I just don't think that's
Well, the thing about her is anyway, no matter who her father is, not that I don't think it's Simon, her mother is still her mother.
Yeah.
The family all has a resemblance to each other. It's not like they had two kids and an adopted one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's trying to track it down. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. There is roommate number 2 that talks to him, and that she's the one that told him that roommate number 1. Well, roommate number 1 said that she had left, and she didn't.
Roommate number 1 said roommate number 2 went home for break. Turns out number 2 is still there. That was a lie, which makes number 1 look very
guilty.
Well, everything. I mean, yeah, everything. I don't believe anything number 1 said. Everything.
No,
was
I don't either. And that's when he says that they were fighting. Roommate number 1 and her were fighting. Hey, Peter.
Whatever this big secret is, everyone knows it except us. Like, it seems like all these girls at this college have a lot more information that they're not, right?
They're all friends. They're gossiping. But I don't know. She doesn't tell him what it is, or says she doesn't know. And
she did say that they were fighting, but she didn't know what they were fighting about.
And that's why I'm saying I think that the teacher showed interest in Paige. And
well, the other I think the teacher's a red herring.
Maybe. Well, either way, the teacher's still a douche if he's sleeping with them, regardless.
Hey,
why? It's college.
They're still students, whether it's college or not.
Listen, I'm not saying it's morally right, but
okay, that's fair. It's not legally right either, though. Age, it's illegal too. But
it's it's absolutely legal if they're all 18.
If they're 18, it's totally legal. And they're in college.
Well, I should say it's not legal to rules of the school. They would kick them out, is what I meant. You're right. It's not illegal.
I don't know that they would kick them out. They might.
That's not a legal or illegal thing. He might be breaking rules.
I would still think they would kick a teacher out if they found out they were sleeping.
Right, but what I'm saying is, it's not a legal thing.
Yes, I said the wrong word. It's not allowed.
At any rate, the professor did show interest in Paige. He was helping her study to change her major, right? Which is a little weird because I don't think, is he a biology professor? Like she wanted to change to pre-med and he was going to help her with that. So he did show interest in her, at least academically. Right. And could that be enough to make her roommate? I mean, yeah, they're 18, they're of legal age, but they're 18, they're idiotic. Right.
Yes.
So she takes him into the apartment, and this is where they see that roommate number 1 took off. So either way, she knows something. I don't know whether she knows something and she doesn't want to tell them, or if she's scared. I wasn't entirely sure. I think it could go either way. Let's see. So then, okay, that's more of them at the tattoo shop. I don't know if there was any more revelations. I think that was them saying about them being adopted, probably.
No, but I really like the scene because I like Elena with that guy also. They also have a good on-screen chemistry, a good back and forth. Maybe Elena just makes everyone better on screen. This actor,
maybe
I like them together.
Yeah. No, I do too.
They're a good partner.
Yeah, and then there's this woman who's a bitch that won't. It's her job not to give him information, to be fair, but she probably knows that the teacher is sleeping with the students and is keeping him,
I don't know. I mean, her job is not to let strange people just barge in and try to, right? Like,
yeah, he's not.
I feel like if somebody says my daughter's missing, help me, that you would try to help them a little bit if you were a decent person.
Look,
but Simon is very abrasive.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, I don't know what college is like and security is like in London where they live, but I live across the street from a college, from my alma mater, and you cannot get into any building without an ID. I tried to go in the library to use the ladies' room one day while I was at a lacrosse game, and you can't get in with a swipe card. You can't get in.
I wonder if it's because you're in the city.
It's because this is in London, Jamie. This is in London.
No. I'm just saying, I wonder if it's like a thing in bigger cities, because I'm saying, like, it wasn't like that at my school. I was just making a point.
Right, but you've been out of college for 20 years, but
you went recently. I thought, never mind.
Literally, like nowadays, I'm saying nowadays security on campuses has become very tight. And
that is probably
it's
true.
Only because this is TV that Simon is able to waltz into an academic building and start questioning people.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you meant when you were in college they did that. And I was saying
nowadays you can't go waltzing around college campuses.
Probably not. Yeah, for good reason, to be fair.
Yes,
because a lot of things have happened. But either way, she won't help him. This kid sees him and asks who he's looking for and says he can help him. And he's the one that says the teacher was sleeping around. Whether that's true, again, it's hearsay. But I tend to think it is. But that's just I think it is. But
and his entire face is scarred. He's the boy who was attacked.
He was the boy that was attacked. I think that since she potentially had him attacked, that he is pissed at her. And yeah, I don't believe anything he said. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. And there is the teacher. Yeah. VDB. There's the name or PVDB. Sorry. Actually, his name would be PVDB, but that's a whole nother. It might be his initials. It probably is his initials.
No, Professor Vanderbeek. PVD. Yeah. Professor Vanderbeek.
Well, okay. I would have wrote PVDB, but I get your point. I'm just being picky. All right. She goes back to talk to Henry's father again. I don't think there was anything new we haven't talked about. He sees a DD license plate that he steals while he's stealing cars to make her happy. This is where they're kind of checking in and with the evidence they have. And this is where she talks about the fact that her husband was cheating with the mother of the one who owns the restaurant, and that it is her daughter-in-law, which she's going to have to come clean about pretty soon, considering she's getting arrested.
Wait, hold on. You mean it would technically be her stepdaughter?
Yeah.
Or what did I say? Daughter-in-law, stepdaughter. Sorry, stepdaughter.
Her dead husband's secret child.
Yeah.
Is how she describes it. Is how it's described between. Again, I love the scene. I just thought it was so natural the way Simon was like, "Oh, that's rough." Like, it was well written. It was well acted. It felt realistic and natural to me the way they had this conversation.
I agree.
But what is she wearing?
Oh, she always dresses weird. I don't know about her fashion.
She dresses very colorfully.
Yes, that's fair. He has some flashbacks about his daughter. She gets mad. He reads her text messages, which, what did he think was going to happen if he read her text messages? I mean, she did leave the laptop out.
To be fair, the laptop was open. The laptop was open. He walked by and this picture of a half naked guy pops up.
Yes,
Yeah.
but he could have kept his mouth. If he didn't want to have a fight, he should have kept his mouth shut. B says I was going to say all her outfits are weird. They are. They're all very colorful. That's why I didn't expect her to be like an actual cop for whatever reason. I think partially because
You know
of
what?
just a dumb reason.
I don't know that we'll find out or really need to, but I am kind of curious to know why she left the force.
I assumed it might have been because of her husband's death, but they didn't say that. I just assumed.
What would one have to do with the other?
Well, because if you worked with your husband and he died, it might be hard to stay in the same job where he died. I mean, we don't know for sure he died there, but I assumed that he died on the job. That was what again, it's all an assumption, but I just assumed he died on the job, so she quit because she couldn't deal with it.
Well, again, like I said, that's why not that we necessarily are going to get it, but I am curious to know why.
No, that was just my assumption.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's just her talking to him about what she found out. So the cop there, Isaac, goes to talk to Simon and tell him that Jay is sleeping with his wife, which he doesn't necessarily have proof on. I mean, Jay told him he was, but that's not true. He said he was over his apartment alone.
It was a fishing exposition.
It was. And he's obviously, he just wants to get a reaction out of him to know whether or not he knew it. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean they're having an affair, but he's implying it because he's trying to get a rise out of Simon.
I think it's still possible that Dr. Dogood is fantasizing with, thinks there's.
Yeah, I don't believe it for a second.
Is unstable, is dangerous. There's part of that. Excuse me, I gotta turn off my heat. I'll be right back. My house is so hot, you guys. Oh my god.
Hi, thanks, Julie. Everybody, make
sure
Julie.
Check
Julie's channel, Julie B Deep Dives, and also I know Scarlett's doing Fallout with her too. So they have. I'm not sure what day your show is, but if you tell me what day your show is, I can put it.
I hate Fallout. I won't join it, but I'll come to some other show.
I seen one episode of Fallout. I couldn't get into it.
Anyway.
I don't believe for 1 second they're having an affair. Like, nothing I've seen on screen shows me anything but a very good relationship between Ingrid and Simon.
Yeah, I agree. It seems to be. I don't know that it totally. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think, like I said, I think the cop's just trying to get a rise out of him and find.
Well, the cop is,
of course,
you're right. Mission expedition.
Which I'm sorry. But he's a shitty cop.
He is.
Because he is just going on gut his instincts and trying to get a rise out of him, giving him information that he doesn't know if it's true. He has no reason to believe the doctor. Hell, he shouldn't believe the doctor because he's already lied to him once. I
mean, to be fair, a good cop should have good instincts, but Isaac seems to.
Yeah, instinct is the wrong word. I used the wrong word there.
He's a little half cop though, right? He just has it in his head that a certain thing happened, and he's not considering. I feel like he's not open to possibilities and not thinking creatively, and he's sort of like a one-track mind kind of guy, Isaac.
Yeah, it's look at it this way. Simon says, "I didn't kill Aaron." The cop's like, "I'm supposed to believe you." Dr. Dogood over there says, "I'm sleeping with this guy's wife." Oh, okay, I believe you.
Yeah.
He's also not thinking about. I mean, the thing is he's also kind of an awful person too. Like, I know he's a cop and he has to investigate things, but I don't know. I think it's mean to be like, "Hey, your wife who's dying is having an affair."
Well, because he still has it in his head that he thinks Simon's a killer, and he's just goading him.
Yeah.
And bad cop is a total strategy, right?
It is.
Yeah. But this is ignorant, stupid cop.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right. See, Julie's Fallout's on Friday at 10:30 for people who like Fallout.
Fallout.
Show. I don't know. I can't get, like I said, I can't get into Fallout.
It's a very popular show. People love it. It is. I just wasn't into it.
I kind of want to try it again. I wonder if I'd like it a little more. I didn't love the tone, but after that, I liked Evil so much it makes me wonder if I would. Sorry,
anyway.
I'm getting off track. Yeah. So yes, he's not a great cop. We've established that. That was what the establishing was there. Okay. So the restaurant woman is basically like, hey, I caught you. I thought that was a nanny cam. No, that's a pet camera.
Yeah.
It's a doggy cam. Or doggy cam.
That is funny. I didn't know. I never really thought about the fact you could probably buy a puppy cam. We have like a regular camera we use for our dog. That's funny. It just makes me laugh. But either way, she caught her red-handed. Like I said, I don't think she expected that. She's like, why'd you break into my house? I called the cops. And doesn't give her a chance to explain. And the cops come. As they do.
And
I actually did feel that scene was a little weird. Like, she could have explained. She had plenty of time to explain.
Other than the fact it's a TV show, yes. I agree with you. She could have very quickly just said, "You're my stepdaughter."
Yeah,
yeah.
She could have very easily been like,
I was married to your father.
I was married to your father.
Yeah,
there you go.
Like, what?
But it seemed like she wasn't ready to reveal, which is why she didn't say.
Yeah.
It feels like she hasn't finished playing all her cards or something, which I'm not really sure what the rest of her cards look like. But
yeah, I don't know. But either way, she may be an investigator. You still can't break into places.
No, I'm not saying she should have broken into the house, but
there's the iron. That's why I really thought they were implying she did it. I did think it looked like a scar, but I just figured that was the implication. But maybe not. You guys disagree with me. That's okay.
No, it was a foreshadowing thing.
It might be. But either way, we do find out, obviously, that woman did abuse them. And I guess my point was, because I thought she made it up that she did it to her. I thought she was trying to force him to kill her, was trying to give him a reason because he was so protective over her. Because
she abused him. She abused him.
No. I mean, the woman abused him, yes. But at the foster home, Dee Dee was protective of him. So I thought that she was trying to get him to think that she hurt her as well, to kind of force his hand, because he now feels protective of her. Because I thought it was just like, oh, she doesn't even remember that she didn't abuse her, or doesn't remember who she abused, because she says, I was nice to you. And she's like, no, you burnt me too. And I just thought that, I thought that was legit. She didn't, but she's abused so many kids, she just didn't remember for sure.
Yeah. Yes, but I don't know how many, if it was 2, if it was 20, if it was 3, but she there's a part of that she doesn't think it was a serious thing to do. Like, she doesn't remember.
Yes, that's the biggest problem about all of it.
And she keeps saying,
it was a different time.
And I'm like, yeah, when I was a little kid, it was a different time in the 60s, and I got spanked, but I didn't get burnt with an iron. Like, what? It was it was never okay. It used to be okay to spank kids, right?
Yeah,
it was never okay to
do that
with an iron.
Yeah, which is why I couldn't really feel bad for her. I mean, did she deserve to get murdered? Maybe not.
Yes,
but I couldn't feel bad for her.
Maybe not. No.
Yeah. Either way, it does get him to shoot her. And they're there with the blood all over them, and they bury her in her backyard. I feel though, like, I don't know that that's the smartest way, but hey, they're changing up their MO, right? They think they'll be safe.
Very weird in the whole thing. Like, you see how remember how she was like smiling at Mrs. Foster Lady and was like, oh, I didn't tell you remember you did this to me. Remember you did this to me. Oh, guess what we do for a living? She's very like, okay, I get it. She's psycho. I feel like they're overplaying, and I don't want to.
Well, I think she wanted her to be scared before they killed her. I mean, they could have just.
I think she's psycho. I think they're overplaying that she's psycho, just like they overplayed Barbie and Ken being psycho. I think, and I don't know if I want to say this actor is overacting it or the director is directing her to overact it. But I feel like I get it. You can stop, like, she's in a cult, she's a kook. Like, I just feel it was a little.
I feel like if we learn more about the cult, it might make more sense. Why because he's not like that. You know what I mean? He's very methodical and subdued.
Yeah.
Well, he's a far better killer. Like, you can't just go around killing. Like, they're on a killing spree. They have instructions it's not a spree. They're on a mission. They have a job to kill numerous people, right?
Yeah, they're
killing, and he like stopping to make your random personal kill along the way is not a way to avoid detection necessarily, right?
It isn't.
Like,
let me ask you:
she's not.
Did he actually kill anybody yet, or was
No,
it all
she
him?
hasn't killed anybody yet.
No, it's all him.
He's done all three,
Yeah.
three shootings. I
Which
think
is kind of why I thought she was trying to push him to kill her, because she has so far, she's kept her hands clean. She might just be smart. Like you're saying, she's nutty.
she's not.
Yeah, she is, but maybe she doesn't want to be. No, but I mean, you got to think about the sense that if they come after them, she didn't do it.
She's an accessory.
She's absolutely 100% his accessory, and in many places that and I don't know the rules in England, but in certain U.S. states, you are equally guilty. I think that I don't think she's savvy and keeping her hands clean. She cannot be trusted. She screwed up the tattoo shop killing by coming out in the street and starting an argument with that other guy. She's a loose cannon. Let me finish. She's a loose cannon. She's going to get Ash killed, I think.
Probably. Yeah. Sorry. I just said, what did I do? I wasn't trying to interrupt you. I just clicked something. Sorry. I'm clicking all over the place. This is where he tells his sister that she's having an affair, and she's like,
sister-in-law,
her sister. And she's like, no, she isn't. Why would you think that? How could you think that? Etc. Etc. There's them burying the body in the yard. I think this was the inappropriate scene where he's bending over.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's just funny.
One of those scenes.
All right. So they are now suspecting this guy, I don't remember his name.
Cornelius.
That he could be involved, because they do know that Luther, that was shot with a gun, was shot with an army gun that could be his. So
well, it's
a certain type of army gun. I don't remember.
It's not an army gun. It's not an army gun, but it is a gun that it could be used in the military. It's not. They don't know that it is somebody's military gun, but it's a type of gun that is used by the military, and it could be that
it is a gun from a different country that they figure he probably got while.
All right.
It's really hard to get a gun in the UK. It's not like the United States where everybody and his brother has a gun and multiple guns, right? It's hard to get a gun in the most cops.
And the gun that the gun that he has, it's not like you could just go buy this gun. Like you'd had to have gotten it from somewhere overseas.
All right. Well, either way, they suspect him now of something. We don't know what. Then she starts bleeding. All I kept thinking is, one thing is that they're going to blame him. I just feel like, they might not, but I was like questioning, are they going to blame him and try to say he killed her because she knew something? Because it seems very odd she just started bleeding all of a sudden more.
It was very odd, but blame him in what way?
The sister did it. Because the sister was talking to her right before that, and then walked out.
He was there saying, "Is she my daughter?" Like Simon's there talking to her and being like,
but it was her sister before that.
Is Paige my daughter? And right then, and this was so weird that she starts bleeding out of the gunshot wound, like she blew a stitch or something just while she was laying there. Like I thought maybe she was having a stroke or a heart attack, and then I'm like, wait, she just started gushing blood out of her soda. Like it was kind of weird. But
my question is, who stitched her up? Because they clearly did a shitty job.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was out of danger from the injury, and wasn't she in a medically induced coma in the beginning? Or at any rate, right? Yes. She was in a medically induced coma.
Yeah. But yeah, it's strange that happened. That's why I said it made me question if the sister did something, because she had just been in there like moments before. And maybe she didn't per se do anything. Who knows? Maybe she woke up and she was arguing with her and started bleeding, but she still seems to be out of it. She's
out of it.
She couldn't be arguing with her. I meant her
can't wake up from a medically induced coma.
Yeah, because she's got breathing.
And you can't argue with a respirator.
That's why I said was like yelling at her or something, and she started to sit up. I don't know. Either way, it's weird that she started bleeding.
It's just bad TV. I mean, he's just sitting there and she just starts bleeding. It's bad television. And we saw nothing happened to her. She didn't have a big blood spot when he walked in the room. Like
no.
Well, no, we see the blood spot form as he's talking to her.
Yeah. It's not like it couldn't have happened beforehand. She broke a stitch lying still in her bed. It makes no sense. It's just bad.
A stitch lying still.
Yeah. I don't think this is part of the mystery. I think this is bad writing.
Okay.
Yes.
Enough. It might be. But anyway, we think, I don't know if I have more pictures of that up. Yeah, I do. Never mind. All right. So then we see that Cornelius is watching his son, Simon's son, which is very strange. Unless he suspects his son maybe of doing something. I don't know.
Honestly, I thought it was his daughter because of the hair. Like like his hair, Sam's hair, the way it curls up on the end and the way that shot was at a distance. I had to be like, wait, who is that? Oh, it's Sam.
Sam. Yes. So yeah, either way, he's spying on him. We don't know why. And then roommate number one here. This is where she tries to write the teacher, and this is her screensaver there. That's her background, whatever.
That's her screensaver. That's her background. Yeah, that's even more. That's even more suspicious than signing your email XXX.
Yes.
Love you. Let's say my one and only.
My one and only. Yeah. Love you.
What is she? 12? Like I used to write that on my notebook when I was in 6th grade, right? Hearts.
Yeah. That's a little bit too, we don't need it to be that obvious for us to pick up on it. But either way, that's why I think that he was sleeping with her rather than although he could have been sleeping with both of them. Who knew?
Or neither of them.
Or neither of them. Yeah. She could just have a
crush. Just because she's in love with him doesn't mean he was sleeping with her.
That's true. But either way,
she could have been jealous that Paige was spending time with him that had nothing romantically involved going on at all.
It could be.
This
does not seem like him about something.
This does not seem like a healthy, normal, like even okay, if they were together, it would have to be super secret and you should not have a screensaver. Right? Like it does appear to be a little bit of more, I don't know.
Stalkerish.
Oh, yeah, stalkerish, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I also feel like even if not, if you're the teacher, you need to like nip that in the bud if you're not sleeping with her. But either way, she's warning him that Paige's father's asking questions, but the email doesn't go through. I
mean, AJ, your daughter is like 20, right? Would she ever have done anything like this? I don't feel like this is I feel this is a very 6th grade kind of thing to do.
Yeah, no, she's 23. No. Even when
on like a school.
I got news
to school.
Yeah, the last time she probably did something like this, she was probably even younger than 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it was like a private journal or something, maybe, but not on her laptop that everybody can see. Yes.
Here says someone loves that guy a lot. B's daughter is 20 and she would never do that. Yeah. It's a little, but we're starting to maybe think this girl's a little cuckoo, having a little fantasy, right?
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Then we also see that the guy that got his head bashed.
Oh, look. The guy that got beat up was dating Paige.
Scarface and Paige.
Scarface. Which now makes me wonder, even though here's the next thing. So after seeing that they were together, makes me wonder if maybe he raped her and that's why she had Aaron kick his ass.
Yeah, that sounds very Harlan Coben.
It does, but I'm kind of surprised he lived through that without brain damage. It looked like that guy smashed his head in with the
good. Yeah, that was a pretty good I mean, with a weight. Maybe he only used the 2-pound weight, but still, you could kill someone with a 2-pound weight.
Yeah, he somehow cut him up a lot, but maybe broke some bones. We don't know. Yeah. Either way, it ends. After that, it ends with Simon in the hospital, and it definitely looks like his wife has died. They didn't actually say it, but it definitely seems that way by what I think the doctor says something, but I don't think you can actually hear what he says. But
you can't kill Minnie Driver off camera.
Oh my God, kill Minnie!
She hasn't been on camera through most of it already, so I don't know. She could still be in flashbacks.
It's very annoying that she's the most famous person, and she better wake up and do some shit soon.
Yeah. We've seen her at the beginning and then a couple tiny flashbacks, and that has been it. So
yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess that's it for the show. you guys are going to do Percy Jackson and the
the
Night
whole-
Manager.
Is this whole show 8 episodes?
Yes.
So next week we'll have number 5 and 6. It'll be our third installment, and so hopefully this should be getting. I mean, if we know Harlan Coben, and we do, some of these things will probably. I don't really know, but some of these things are going to turn out to be red herrings and like move on out. And there's always like twists. The later you get in, the more twists there are with Harlan Coben, right?
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I am going
to.
I'll hang around. Sorry, go ahead.
Speaking of twists, have either of you thought what the hell is it called? His and Hers with Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal?
I have not seen it now.
Yeah. It's good.
It's another apparently it's another author that's very Harlan Coben like with a bunch of twists and turns and
We'll have to watch it.
It was. I mean, it's Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal, so that in itself was entertaining. But it's pretty good up till the ending.
Okay, up till the ending. Okay.
Yeah, I know. That makes me not know if I want to watch
it. The last episode.
Yeah. Anyway, I like bees. She better wake up and do some shit. We'll have to remember that.
Kimberly, how'd you like it? I thought it was pretty good. The Life of Chuck. Kimberly watched Life of Chuck.
The Life of Chuck. I've heard of that. Hey, Panda Klima. I don't know what's the Life of Chuck. I feel like
that's Tom Hiddleston, Stephen King novel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of know what that is. All right. Well, I am going to take off while you guys do the other two shows. I'll hang around and probably check the chat every once in a while, but I got some other stuff to do. And yeah, I will probably talk to you guys before you're done, but I'm going to go off camera for a while you guys talk.
All right.
Sorry, I froze up there a sec, but I'm back. Okay. Percy Jackson. Night Manager. Percy Jackson. Why is I'm unable to
Unable to what?
Well, I'm trying to put the photos. I loaded all these photos and I can't. Oh, there we go. Okay, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. This was episode 206, which is called Nobody Gets the Fleece, right? So it takes place really almost entirely on Polyphemus's island. How'd you like this episode?
It was really quick. At least it felt really quick.
I didn't check the running time. It could have been a little short.
It was,
these aren't all like the same, right?
It was decent. Like I said, maybe it wasn't as quick as I thought it was, but it was just like boom, 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 boom. So I love the play on the title of the episode because when I first saw the title, I said Nobody Gets the Fleece, and Damon's like, that's not good. I was like, yeah, but it could be Polyphemus. Could be in the obviously prior to watching the episode, I was like, it could mean like Polyphemus could say that nobody gets the fleece, but it turns out to be even better because Odysseus convinced Polyphemus that his name was Nobody.
Oh yeah, nobody gets the fleece. Yeah.
So.
I thought it was. Oh, do you hear an echo? Am I echoing?
No.
I am hearing a terrible echo on my side of myself. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. So, I mean, I think it started at the begin. Tyson's flashback is in the very beginning, right?
Yes, we see Tyson in the water and he finds the bracelet.
Yeah, there are no photographs of him from this episode in the Disney press dump. So we have this old picture of Tyson. And I was like, wait, so he's underwater for a long time and he breathes. He can breathe underwater, which I was like, wait, how can a Cyclops breathe underwater? And I had to Google it. And that is an addition from the books. In the books, Cyclops can breathe underwater.
Yeah, cool. Did not know that.
In the mythology, they're not said to breathe underwater, but they do work for Poseidon in the mythology, some of them. But anyway, yes, that's Rick Riordan.
And well, let's not forget, he's also a son of Poseidon. So
yes,
see, that's what I chalked it up to.
Yeah, so I was like, I thought about that too. Oh, son of Poseidon, but I looked it up and Riordan added that to the books that they can breathe underwater. So it kind of made sense. Although it's kind of sad that Poseidon still hasn't claimed him, right, as a son.
No, he did claim him.
Oh, he did claim him early in the season.
That's how we know that he's a son of Poseidon.
That's how we know he's a son of Poseidon. He got claimed like pretty early. I'm sorry, I forgot that. Yeah, he's just never shown himself or talked to him.
Right.
But he's kind of busy up there on Olympus. So, yeah, I thought it was I just lost I pulled up a little recap here, even though I just watched it earlier today and I should be able to remember it, right? But it mostly takes place in this cave. So there's we have these two sneaking around the island trying to figure out how to steal the fleece, right? And I did really enjoy the scene where they describe them, where they like hide themselves under these two. What's going on? Why am I unable to make this work?
I think you have some sort of delay because I'm seeing the picture and then, like, I think you're double clicking it.
Do you see it right now?
Yes.
I don't see it on my screen. Oh, there it is. I liked this sheep scene. Did you like the sheep scene?
I liked everything about the sheep scene except for when they started buying.
Oh, you didn't like that?
No, because that was stupid. I'm really surprised Polyphemus didn't go nice try or something like I'm pretty sure he could tell the difference between a sheep buying and a person buying. You know what I mean? I think I lost Karen.
That sounded pretty good. And we know that Polyphemus can't see very well from being stabbed in the eye, from what Odysseus stabbed him in the eye, right?
Which is why his other senses are better.
Right.
Which is why I think hear the difference, but I guess not.
Yes. So they and then I agree with you. And I thought at the time, like, maybe they should just be quiet and not
Yeah.
And then when the sheep all started following Polyphemus, I was like, oh, they're not gonna be able to crawl fast enough to keep up, right? But it works. He leads them to his lair where these two are tied up, Clarice and Grover. We had a pretty good escape scene. They escape. They're trying to bust out of here. They're trying to find the fleece. And they're doing pretty well, I think, until Luke shows up, right?
Well, I mean, Luke showing up was actually a good thing because if Luke doesn't show up, well, actually, no, that's not entirely true. At the time, it seems if Luke doesn't show up, then Annabeth is probably going to die.
I have a lag.
Because they give him the fleece, but then Tyson shows up like 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
So had they waited 5 minutes, Tyson would have knocked Luke on his ass and then saved them, and then they could have saved Annabeth. Now, let me ask you a question real quick. So the prophecy says that a son of the eldest three is going to decide the fate of the world. Could him giving Luke the fleece to save Annabeth be the decision? Without even knowing it.
Well, I mean, but how would that save the world? Because Annabeth will
eventually... it doesn't. No, it destroys the world.
Oh, it destroys the world. Yeah.
Because you save Annabeth, but it destroys everything else because Luke now has the fleece and gets to use the fleece to bring Kronos back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of wondering if Luke can be brought back from the dark side.
I feel like he might, maybe, because he did. I mean, he was pretty concerned about Annabeth, but then again, he said all along that he's not against them; that he's just against their parents.
I mean, earlier in the episode, he came to Annabeth in like a portal vision, whatever, and he was like, "Listen, you have to be careful. Polyphemus is not dumb. He can't see, but he has really good senses." And Annabeth is very suspicious of him, and she's like, "Why are you telling me this?" And after he like closes the portal, his friend there, Big Red, accuses him of being weak and concerned about Annabeth, and he says, "No, that was intel," because he found out.
I don't believe him, actually. I think he is concerned about Annabeth.
I think so too. I think so too, and it makes me wonder if he can be brought back around.
Yeah, I think I feel like Hermes is right, and that Luke can be saved.
Yeah. I mean, he goes out of his way to save Annabeth, but they have to. He needs the fleece, and these guys. This is where they're prepared to fight. They have to fight. They're going to fight Polyphemus. But they end up having an argument. Like they find the fleece because Grover finds it because he
sniffed it out.
He sniffed it out. And actually, in part of this conversation, it wasn't really clear to me. So Pan was there. He sniffs out Pan, and Pan was there in Polyphemus's cave, right?
Pan brought the fleece to the island.
Brought the fleece to the island. But Polyphemus, like, he never actually says that he killed Pan, right? Like,
right? Yeah,
Pan was there, but he never, like, he implies that he killed Pan, but he never says that he killed Pan, right? I think Pan's probably alive, but I mean, Clarice kind of makes a good point here that she's like, we can't give him the fleece. I'm sorry, Annabeth is like maybe dying, but we can't give him the fleece, right? The fate of the world.
Yeah, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong, although she's a little. I mean, the fate of the world is at stake, but the fate of the camp is at stake, I guess. But she's like, I won't jeopardize the quest. She's a little self.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, the choice of words there made me less inclined to be on her side.
Right? Yeah, because it's not like, oh, we've saved the camp, we've saved all these people. It's like, I have to win the quest, kind of. But she's kind of not wrong. But they end up doing it, and Luke gets the fleece, and Tyson appears at just the right time, and he goes over the edge with Polyphemus. You know what that reminded me of? Did that remind you of anything, that last scene with them at the cliff?
No.
It was exactly like in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer when Yukon Cornelius
Bumbles bounce.
Snowman go over the edge. Bumbles bounce. So I think Polyphemus might bounce also.
Dieter, it's not connected to the movies. It's a new adaptation, and this is season 2.
All of the episodes, Dieter, are only about like 45 minutes tops, between like 35 and 45. And so I think you could catch up very quickly. This first season, I guess, was 10, and the second season is 10. It is pretty good. I mean, AJ, we think this is pretty good despite it being based on a series of YA novels and really young, like not young adult, like tween type. Like these are like, my nephew read these when he was like, I don't know, 12.
Yeah, Damon's reading it now. Already probably read it about 10, it's between 10 and 12.
But Dieter, they've got the mythology down. Like, if you have any interest in Greek mythology, or if you studied it all, like they're really.
That's why I like it so much.
Right? It's filled with like Greek mythology every week, and the old stories. Check it out, and join us if you like. So that was the end. When Tyson has been lost for like 2 episodes, right? And then he appears and saves the day, and now he's lost again. So if we know Percy, he will not go after Luke and the Fleece. He'll go after Tyson, right?
What are you talking about? Did you not see the end of the episode?
What happened at the end? Am I forgetting? I just watched it today.
Tyson lets them out of the cave,
right?
And then he calls the seahorse, and he calls.
Oh,
that was first.
He calls the sea hippos.
Calls the seahorses.
He calls these magic hippocampus sea hippo fish things. That's right. I forgot the end. I did see the end. He's like, meet Rainbow, and his friends, and there's 4 of them, and they're gonna like sail away on the back of these sea creatures, I guess, because he can not only breathe underwater, but like Aquaman, he can speak to the fishes, I guess.
Well, I think it has something to do with the bracelet.
Yeah, he found that bracelet is like cannot be lost. It keeps turning up.
Yeah.
Right? That's Annabeth's bracelet that she lost in the flashback, and it keeps turning up. I mean, we also skimmed a little bit over the part where Percy's vision is
I forgot about that.
Right, he has a vision where these bodies, when they pull out, they're all wearing the orange camp T-shirts, right? It's everyone from camp is like.
Yeah.
I mean, this vision takes place. They all take place in the beach house, right? I think it's the Montauk house is where these all take place, but everyone around him is dead, and Kronos is there, right? Kronos is like coming in the door, and he has these visions. He has these dreams.
No, it was Thalia.
Oh, it's Thalia. Yeah. It's the hooded figure, and then you see that it's Thalia. And Annabeth says something like, "Oh, well, these visions, prophecies are never what they seem." And Percy says, "Oh, my mother always told me one thing about."
Well, she didn't say prophecy. She said dreams are never what they seem.
Dreams are what they seem. And Percy says, "My mom always told me dreams reveal the truth." But
they
that
may not make sense, but they're not lying.
Yeah, they might not make sense, but they're the truth. So we'll have to see what this means.
Yeah.
All right. 4 episodes to go.
I forgot it was 10. I was thinking there was 2 left.
I think it's 10. I think. I guess I should Google that real quick, right? Well, I don't trust my phone. I don't trust. How many episodes in Percy Jackson season 2? So I'm going to ask my phone, and it says it's 8 episodes.
That's what
However, I got to tell you, on Sunday, after the football, Sunday, we had some great football this weekend, right? And I asked my phone, did any home teams win this weekend? Because it seemed like all the home teams lost. And it said, yes, Buffalo won. My phone said, yes, Buffalo won. And I was like,
Buffalo was the home team.
Right. They weren't the home team. So,
wow. Did any home teams win this weekend?
Chicago was at home, I believe. Yeah. I think Chicago was home.
Yes, Chicago was home.
But AI blows, and I just asked it something. So just because it said 8 episodes.
No, it's 8.
So we only have 2 more to go. So we'll see what happens with this Golden Fleece in the next 2 episodes.
Yep.
All right. Well, please, anybody's interested, catch up with us. Yeah. You know what, Dieter? They never eat Greek food on this show.
I don't think I've seen them eat food on the show.
I never have either. I don't think actors like to eat on TV. So all right. So we also this week watched The Night Manager. AJ, is it working?
Yes.
All right. AJ binged season. I watched season 1 10 years ago. AJ watched it in the last couple weeks to get all caught up. Loved it. I remember what happened, but I like when I watched the previous season at the beginning of this, I was like, oh yeah, there was I like the way. I'll ask you next. I'll go first. I like the way it's a totally original story, not related to season 1, but it is kind of related to season 1. Like they're pulling on thread. It is kind of related to season 1, but I don't think you have to watch season 1 to appreciate season 2. What do you think?
I think you can appreciate the show and watch it without watching season 1. I think season 1 gives you a little more deeper insight into Jonathan.
Yeah.
So I definitely think, I would say definitely watch it. I mean, it's 6 episodes. It's a quick watch. I mean, even if I wasn't watching it to get caught up to do the interview with Diego Calva, I would have just sat there and watched it anyway. Each episode it's fast paced. It's edge of your seat. So yeah, I mean, I would recommend anybody who hasn't watched it yet to watch season 1.
I mean, the first season is a self-contained story. It is the Jean Le Carré novel, right? It's the John Le Carré novel in The Night Manager. It had a definitive ending. It felt like a one and done to me. It was really good. It grabbed me immediately from the first episode. And I was shocked when you said you've never seen it. And then I was extra shocked when you said it was from 2016. Like, wait, I swear I watched that like not that long ago.
Yeah.
It's good. So before we jump right in, I read an interview with Hiddleston where he was at some awards show and John le Carré was there, I guess after this came out, season 1 came out, and le Carré was like, he was open to a season 2. And they were talking about a season 2, but then John le Carré died in 2020 before they started this. So the guy who co-wrote the screenplay, the guy who like wrote the screenplay with le Carré's input, I guess, has written this. So there's like a through line of John le Carré, but he did not participate in this extension of the story, right? So how did you? I think this didn't grab me as quickly from episode 1 as the original did, but I was a little pressured to watch it today because I didn't watch it. I had to watch it like the last minute before this episode of our show. Access. What did you think?
Hold on real quick. Dieter, yes, that is Tom Hiddleston who plays Loki, yes.
Yes. He was very good in season 1, and he's good in this also.
Actually, I'll tell you what, watching season 1 was kind of surreal because he's, 10 years younger.
Look, you just watched it like within the last couple months.
Yeah, I watched it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Actually, I watched it I watched it towards the end of December.
And he's like a baby Hiddleston from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And Hugh Laurie plays the villain in that. And so it was great to have them on screen together. Their dynamic is incredible. That may be part of it that like in this, so I've watched the first 2 episodes. The first 3 dropped. I watched 2. We'll cover 2 tonight, 2 next week, and then we'll be caught up for once a week until this is over, right?
Right.
So the villains are not as quickly, the lines are not as clear on who's like good and bad as they were last season, and the characters are introduced more slowly. Like Hugh Laurie in season 1, the bad guy, the big bad, makes this big ostentatious like appearance in the show, right? And these are more subtly drawn characters, I think. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I guess part of my favorite thing with Tom Hiddleston's character, Jonathan. It's funny. I keep forgetting his name because he's had like 6. I love his. That's part of my favorite part is his undercover ability to kind of like assume these other names and on the fly just kind of. He's very You know what it is? He's very charismatic. I mean, it's called the night manager because he starts out as the night manager of a hotel, and he's very people oriented. He's he's a manager, so he's used to comping people and doing making their customers happy. Which I never would have thought that having that type of ability in a job in the first place is actually very helpful when trying to schmooze somebody when you're undercover in the spy world.
I feel the same way. And his background is that of a night manager, yes, but at like the highest of high-end hotels, right? And so like when I stay at the DoubleTree and I'm like, oh, is the bar open? The night manager's like, no, whatever. Sorry, loser, right? But when go to bed, everybody's asleep. But the bar closes at 11, whatever. But in these hotels, when somebody says, is the bar open? The night manager's like, oh, hang on a second. We'll open it for you. Like there's that scene last season where is the pool open? Give me 5 minutes. Like he's always wearing a mask. He's always like as you say, he's always like got this helping them, doing what they want, wearing this mask, being like super service, but also kind of being nobody. There's also a scene in season 1 where like he mentions like guaranteed they can't recognize me because I'm just a uniform to them. I'm just a suit. Right. And I agree with you. I love how that background of the character prepares him to be like an operative, a reluctant operative. Or an over-enthusiastic operative sometimes. So as this opens, it's 10 years later, and he has left the night manager life and become a low-level operative within MI6.
Well, actually, it opens 4 years after season 1.
Yes. Yep.
and they're there to ID Roper, Hugh Laurie's character, that he is dead. And crap, I can't think of.
Her name is Amanda, the character of Amanda, who is played by Olivia Colman. That one?
Yeah, is it Amanda? Maybe I'm thinking
Angela. It's Angela. It's Angela. Sorry.
Angela. I was gonna say Amanda doesn't sound right.
I was close.
Yes, Angela IDs the body, confirms that it's Roper and that he's dead. And then we jump 3 more years.
Part of me felt like, I guess if they're saying he's dead, he's totally going to be alive later. But then really I was like, no, they're establishing for us to not wait for Hugh Laurie. He's not in this. Here's his dead body. Stop thinking Hugh Laurie. He's not in the cast. He's not coming back. Here's his dead body with like a bullet hole in its head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead. Angela identifies him and is never seen again in the first 2 episodes. So you're right. It jumps forward then several more years and she's retired.
Yeah, she's retired. Living the life, which I was a little disappointed that she was retired, because I was like, she's got to get drawn in somehow.
She probably will, right? Don't you think?
I think it's interesting. Well, I know the answer, so I'm not going to answer that yes or no. I'm not going to answer that either way.
I mean, I don't know if she. I don't know if she will.
I mean, it's Olivia Colman, so I'm thinking. When I'm first watching these first couple episodes, I'm thinking, my first 2 episodes, I'm thinking she's got to get pulled into it further.
She has to get pulled into it.
I really liked, because I was always see, I can't. I even though I watched. Oh, I mean, you just watched it. What's Tom Hiddleston's boss name?
His name. You mean Rex, who died, or Basil?
Rex. Yes, Rex.
There's no picture of Rex, but this is Rex's study. Red
Rex
study.
Always in season 1, I was always very trepidatious about Rex. Like, I felt like Rex was a good guy, but there was a part of me that was always like, is he though? Like, it was always kind of, but Rex is apparently a really great guy, but and so I really enjoyed the scenes with Rex. The little bit that we had with him.
Yeah, Amazon makes no pictures available. I guess you have to be in touch with them to get photo. Maybe you could get some photos since you've done an interview, but I can get jack off the site. There's not that they never have that many pictures. But yeah, I liked Rex, and so the action moves quickly to. So, how do you like this whole part, or how did you when you watched these early episodes? Because you've seen it all, I think, right? To prep for the interview, they made those available to journalists. It quickly moves into this thing where I liked the part where he's been working on this. Night surveillance. They're called the night owls. They do overnight surveillance. Like, he still does the same thing, right? He's like that. He's the night manager in the sense that he's the manager of the overnight surveillance team, and they surveil people in like casinos and hotels and whatever. And I liked that part, but it quickly moves into this bit of like, is the government compromised? I feel like it's not that original of a. There's another show called The Night Agent. Have you seen The Night Agent? I mean, that show is about a kid who works the overnight phones, and it turns out the government is possibly compromised, right? And we've seen it a lot. It's not the most original thing, but it's pretty interesting. It is exciting and lends itself to the Jonathan Pine skills, right? I mean, we quickly start to think, I like the picture of Rex's wall. There's Rex's red wall. Is Rex compromised? Is Mariah, who's also a boss of Pine and his team, right? Is Mariah compromised? Is you don't know who could be. He only trusts his team, which is Sally and some people who get killed. Everybody else, Tony gets.
That's what I was just gonna say. Sally and Basil is his team.
Yeah.
That's it.
Tony gets killed and the other guy gets killed.
Yeah.
Tony gets blown up. Yeah. So it quickly moves into this like
all because that stupid girl decides to make a phone call.
I don't have a picture of her.
And that always happens.
Roxy.
Yeah, yeah, she's in the main night manager.
She's here. There wasn't a good photo of her, and I didn't download it.
There she is. I'm pointing at the computer like you guys can see me.
Wearing one of many sexy red dresses that she wears.
To be fair, I can see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, just like every other show though, where they tell the people, we're trying to protect you. Don't use your phone. Don't call your mommy. Don't call your daddy. Don't use your phone. What do they always do? They always use their phone and get people killed.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happens. She uses her phone. I did like this bit early on where we've got a lot of comments, Jamie. I don't know, AJ, if you're watching them or we get a lot of comments because every time Jamie
it's mostly Jamie.
Well, I can't help it. Repeats it 20 times.
I know.
But that's StreamYard for you. Sorry.
I'm going to put on this so we can talk to some people because Panda Colina was a night manager once at McDonald's. So you're able to say, you're the manager who says things like, sorry, the bathroom's locked. We're not opening it for you, right? Different kind of night manager. And I don't know if I have anything else. I'm looking in here I see some Monarch talk. I see blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you guys have anything else. Nothing else. Again, it didn't grab me as quickly, and these first two episodes are kind of complicated, especially episode 1, where there's the part where like they're surveilling a casino for reasons that maybe don't even matter. And then Hiddleston's character, Pine, he recognizes a face in the casino, and it turns out it's one of Roper's henchmen from season 1. It's like a guy who was helping.
It's one of the guys. It's one of the guys that he saw when they were in Istanbul.
Yeah. Season 1, if you haven't watched it, centers around an arms dealing plot, and so he's one of his like arms dealing henchmen, right? And he recognizes the guy, and he starts going down this rabbit hole. He goes rogue pretty quickly with his own side investigation. When he starts to believe that Mariah in particular is compromised, he has to go off book because he doesn't, typical of a lot of these shows, like I can't trust anybody except my team. And he goes off on his own investigation, which goes.
Well, he's also told not to do anything.
Yeah, because you're the night manager, and like, don't worry about it.
For the night, you guys just watch stuff. We're the night owls. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he makes them the day owls and puts them on these like missions. They're not field operatives. These are people that just sit and look at a computer screen. And they're actually pretty good spies. They do a pretty good job of tailing Jaco. And this is where it starts to get more exciting and more interesting. And finally, by the end of episode 1, we moved to episode 2. I mean, episode 1 ends. Episode 1, we finally meet Teddy, who's the bad guy of the season.
Which is also, that's Diego Calva, the gentleman that I interviewed.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet. I gotta read/watch it.
That's because I can't yet.
Oh, you're embargoed.
The interview covers the whole show, so.
So you're embargoed until a certain point.
Gonna be a couple weeks.
All right.
That's okay. Wait.
This is the classic bad guy pose when you're about to shoot and kill someone and you're like, shh, be quiet. You know you're a bad guy when you're like, shh, right? He shoots Jaco and kills him because he thinks he's compromised, because he finds a bug on him, a bug which I think Sally put on him, right? I think who put the bug on him?
Yes, Sally put it on the briefcase, yes.
Sally put the bug on the briefcase. Teddy finds out, shoots Jaco, which surprised me because I expect Jaco to be a bad guy of the season, right? And then he plants a bomb on Jaco's body to try to kill Hiddleston. Tony gets killed, Hiddleston lives. End of episode, right? Until they reconvene. And this is really, I think, when it starts to take off. To me.
Yeah. Once the team is killed, now he's. I love this scene with Basil when he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, and he's like, listen, I made your identity.
Yeah.
He's like, I know who you are, Jonathan.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay.
Oh, right. Oh, I forgot. You made my identity. I can stop lying to you. You made my false life for me. Yeah. Episode 1 was really pretty set up. Like season 1, episode 1 was great. It's one of those episodes where you have the innocent person, the innocent night manager. It's all from his POV, and he's drawn into this like world in a very different way. This is than when you start a season and we're already in this world, right?
Right.
And so I felt like this scene, this is maybe, I think the beginning of episode 2 is where it starts to really take off. And I don't really have good photos, but I was kind of waiting for the globe trotting, right? Season 1 was very, I mean, they meet in Cairo, then they go to Switzerland, then they go to wherever Istanbul, then they have Albanian kidnappers, supposed Albanian kidnappers, and they're all over the world. And like finally they move to this is set in South America, right? They move to I think they're Cartagena.
Yeah. So this is Colombia. They go to Colombia.
Go to Colombia. And now we start seeing the fabulous hotels and the fabulous parties and the high-end world that season 1 took place in. How do you like the story being like a version of like there's a person who claims to be Roper's true disciple. It's Teddy. Teddy says, I am Roper's true disciple. How did you like that connection, but not? I kind of liked it. A connection, but not a connection, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's I liked it because it still pulls from season 1, but you're not really sure where that thread is going to go. And since Teddy isn't in season 1, you wonder why he feels that he's
Roper's
true disciple.
Yeah, and there's a lot of complicated like setup background where they're looking at photos. Hiddleston is looking at photos and he's seeing different people from the past, and there's pictures of a younger looking and a different looking Teddy when he was more like a soldier of fortune kind of guy working for Roper.
Right.
And now he's a wealthy businessman with a high company that does it's like it's called Barquero, right? It's like a shipping company also, or Roxy's the shipping company, and he's like an industrialist, and then he has a foundation on the side.
Right. And the foundation is to help kids, much like what Roper did. Roper had all these charities to make him, but it was really just a front so people would not look at him when he was doing his arms deals.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all.
We're not really sure yet what Teddy's goal is.
Yeah. So there are essentially no photographs from episode 2. It centers around Jonathan, whose new cover story is Matthew from Hong Kong, trying to ingratiate himself into Teddy's world. Teddy never laid eyes on him even though like he put a bomb to try to blow those guys up. Teddy never laid eyes on Jonathan. So he goes in as Matthew, and there's a lot of him trying to. I like that. I mean, I enjoyed that episode because that's part of the guilty pleasure-y part of this show that I love, right?
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
He goes to beautiful parties with beautiful people and is like ingratiating himself. And there's a lot of blah, blah about, is Roxy good or is Roxy, I shouldn't say good or bad, but is Roxy to be trusted, right? Is Roxana really, she originally claims to not know Teddy, that she's just the broker, the shipping broker. Yeah. And then it turns out that she's very tight with them. And then it turns out that she claims she's a prisoner in his house. And like, I don't know where, again, you've seen all of it, but where did you feel about, how would you feel about her in the early?
I felt like she's gonna be your classic girl got herself in over her head, but inherently good. But she doesn't listen. And she really, I remember these first 2 episodes, she was really pissing me off because she just, but you see the connection between her and Hiddleston, and, he sleeps with everybody. So you figure he's going to have to sleep with her eventually.
I was just going to say that. He sleeps with that Sophie in like episode 1 of season 1, episode 1 or 2, and then he moves to that cottage in like Wales, and he sleeps with that girl immediately, right? He sleeps with a bunch of women, so he will certainly sleep with Roxana at some point. And who can blame him? Because at that cocktail party, and she was like smoking in that red dress at that cocktail party.
Yes.
There's no way he doesn't sleep with her. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Teddy and his husband tried to get Hiddleston to sleep with them.
Yeah, I mean, during that, when the 3 of them were dancing, I definitely think Teddy swings both ways.
Yeah, I think Teddy. I was wondering where that was going to go, and I was surprised a bit by that scene. Like where this episode goes is with Jonathan / Matthew he stays at a really nice hotel, but just a little bit less than their hotel, right? And then he is sort of like being ingratiated to them and stuff, trying to get in with them. And then there's that wild party. And so I was kind of surprised. He got drunk and he got.
Well, they drugged him.
Well, they did. But he voluntarily did coke. We saw him do coke or whatever he snorted. We saw him snorting something. I don't know what it was, right? And then drinking a lot of champagne. And then they did later drug him. But when I saw, look, how many cop shows have we seen where the undercover cop has to do the drugs to prove he's not a cop, right?
But see, that was the thing was, though, was he actually doing the coke, though? See, I was never really sure of that because he could know a way to make it look like he is, but not do it. But they definitely put something in his drink, which was the important part.
People I was going to pantomime it to AJ, but people can't see us right now unless I take this picture off the screen. But I don't know if people can see me, but he took the little spoon to his nose and then he immediately went like this. And so I guess he could have maybe faked it I think you have to practice fake snorting, but it could have been a fake snort, right?
Practice fake snorting.
Right? I think it'd be hard to fake snort, but but they do drug him. They drug his drink. So why do you think they did that? I know why
Well, I mean, it was pretty. Do they get to that? I'm trying to remember where this episode ends.
Well, the episode ends where he falls in the pool. He almost drowns. He's dancing with Matthew.
Okay, yeah. So Teddy pulls him out and he's got him in his lap, kind of.
Yes, and he confesses, but he doesn't confess. He says, like, "Why are you here?" He says, "I came here for you," and you think he's going to confess, and he says, "I need to launder my money."
Right.
And I have $25 million. So conveniently, Teddy needs 20 million to get his shipment of whatever out of customs. And drunk Matthew says, "Oh, I have $25 million in Belize I need to launder." And it's perfect. So I like when they drugged him, I thought maybe they were trying to okay, it's not a truth serum, but I thought maybe they were trying to see what he would reveal when he was drugged. Maybe. And then he reveals exactly like there's that moment where you think he's going to reveal it, but it's episode 2. There's no way he's going to reveal the truth, right? And then despite being drugged, after being drunk and then being drugged, he's still playing the part.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He's so good at that. And he comes across to these characters so believable, because he does give into them, but not the way they think, because they don't. And the thing is, always when he ingratiates himself, he starts out small. Like, he doesn't go after. He doesn't go right to Teddy. He finds a side door. He gets the other guy.
The lawyer / whatever.
The lawyer.
Yeah. The lawyer / companion. Yeah. That's his way. Am I in a wheat? Yes, I think I am in a wheat field or some kind of flowery field. I didn't take the picture, Scarlett. It's a standard background. I think that he goes in through the lawyer slash friend slash whatever,
Yeah.
right? And plays tennis with him, lets him win, and ingratiates them. And there's a way in which expatriates in a hotel kind of like gravitate. There was a time in my career, my regular job, where I traveled a little bit for work to other countries. And like, there's always like when there's other foreigners in the hotel, you don't necessarily talk to them, but you do kind of talk, you wind up at the bar with them and maybe you say hello. Like, it's not unusual for it in a way that I wouldn't talk to. I don't know. I talk to strangers a little bit more when we're fish out of water. Right. It seemed really, and those guys are like rich and who knows how rich people act. Right. But it seemed like a smart way in, and it worked pretty easily. But meanwhile, Sally was working the other door with the head. What is that guy? District attorney, kind of a big like legal.
Yeah. He's a prosecutor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a prosecutor. So anyway, yeah, I mean, they were drugging him to test him, right? And it didn't work. So, oh look, nice, Jamie. So
I figured it was confusing for everybody, so I dug one up.
I'm surprised, Jamie, that you also have not watched it in the last 10 years because you are a fan of Tom Hiddleston.
Yes, I am, but no, I haven't had a chance. I didn't realize it was that long ago, though, and I didn't know it was coming back.
Neither did Karen when Karen was like, I just watched that a couple years ago. I'm like, Karen, you watched it almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And yes,
like, no, I didn't.
Probably for Runaway, but he's in a lot of Harlan Coben stuff.
Yes,
but yeah, I don't know. I didn't know it was that long ago, but
yeah, I didn't know it was that long ago either until he reminded me. Although I think, Jamie, that spy stuff is maybe not your favorite kind of movie.
Usually, no. I did like the one we watched. What was it called? The one you didn't like that much. For whatever reason, I liked it, but
Last Frontier.
Yeah, Last Frontier. I usually don't a whole lot, but if it's fast moving, I probably would. I just don't have enough hours in the day to.
This is very fast moving.
Yeah, but I have to.
Yeah, pretty.
It's a couple other series I gotta watch yet.
Yeah. So I mean, So I think that we can wrap that up right now. The Manager, right? We'll do episodes 3 and 4 next week, even though 3's already dropped. And then we'll catch up with, because only 4 comes out next week, right? We're now up to 1 episode a week.
Yeah, there's 1 episode a week. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we'll do 3 and 4 next week. Percy Jackson 7, Runaway 5 and 6, and you know what? I don't even know how many episodes are dropping, but Dunk and Egg starts. And for those who don't know what Dunk and Egg is, it's actually called A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which is another Game of Thrones spinoff.
Why does everybody keep calling it Dunk and Egg then, if it's called?
Because that is the name of the first novel. This whole series is Dunk and Egg.
That is a really dumb
Dunk
name.
and Egg are the name of the 2 main characters.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
And that's just easier to say. And it's just easier to say Dunk and Egg than it is to say A Night of Seven Kingdoms every time.
Got it.
Yeah, it's called A Night of Southern Kingdoms, but part of it is like the Adventures of Dunk and Egg or something like that, or I don't know. But
all three books are the Adventures of Dunk and Egg. But the first book is actually no. I think the first book is called The Hedge Knight. Now that I think about it,
you call The Hedge Knight.
Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, it's Game of Thrones spinoff, and it's going to be a lot of fun because those books are fun.
When's Starfleet start? It's next week, in a couple days too.
It's Thursday.
Oh, so we have Starfleet
as well. Jeez, I gotta find more stuff to.
We went from nothing to crap, we have too much.
Yeah, but I'm only watching one of them. I gotta try that.
Hey, Jamie, now you're like me, Jamie. That's usually me.
No, I know. I'm gonna try the Game of Thrones. I just honestly don't think I'm gonna like it.
I think you should definitely watch the first episode.
Yeah, I'll
It's
give it
a much lighter. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still going to be sword fights, and I'm sure there's a little bit of blood and gore.
And there's
But
dragons. There's dragons.
it's a much. It's I don't know if there's any dragons in it. Now that I think about it. Oh yeah, no, there is. There is.
In the trailer.
It's a much lighter tone.
All right. We'll try it.
So there will be nobody fighting to take a throne. He's a low level kind of a knight. He's not like in the Game of Thrones. There won't be anybody fighting for the throne, and it shouldn't be nearly as rapey as the rest of Game. Nobody should be
nearly as rapey. That sounds great.
He will not groom his niece, the main character. He will not, have babies with his sister. He will not push any children out the window. It will be like it's a kind of.
How do you know?
Well, I don't know because this is supposed to be a lighter. I haven't read it, but it's supposed to be a lighter tone.
Yes, it is. It is definitely a lighter tone story.
And 100 years in the past, before the whole place got corrupted. Although, but there's
been corrupted. The place has been corrupted since the beginning.
I think, Jamie, if there's any Game of Thrones universe that you might like, this would be the one.
It'd be this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, no Matt Smith, but that's okay. I'll still try it.
Yeah.
No, I will.
Yes.
I will try it.
Scarlet,
you guys have Starfleet Academy too.
Yeah, so Starfleet Academy and Jamie, I guess we should post our interviews tomorrow. I know I owe you something, and you've been
it out. But yeah, if I can, I'm a little behind. I will get it, but it'll be up before the premiere. So.
I did an interview with Robert Picardo and Gina Sherry. Unfortunately, Tig Notaro had to bail, but I had those two, and I did an interview with the two showrunners. They were both very short. They're little, clips. They're like 4-minute clips. But they are pretty. It was pretty fun talking to all of them, and we'll get them up. And then I'm excited. I'm pretty excited about it also. Jamie, you don't watch much Trek or any Trek.
Any Trek.
But Starfleet Academy has been bouncing around for like 8 years. And it finally went into real development like 3 years ago, I think, right? And we've been waiting for it for a long time.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it.
And so I think all the fans are ready to have some new Star Trek. And it has, it's a little Starfleet Academy is a college. It's set in college. So there's a lot of newer, younger actors in it. I've not watched all of it. I've watched some. I don't know what School Spirits is or when that comes out or if we will cover it.
Yeah, she wants to cover it. I told her I would. I can't watch the first 2 seasons. I don't have time to catch up that much, but it's Paramount. But people seem to want it, so.
It's exciting that we're coming to the spring or at least the other side of winter, and new shows are coming, and we're going to be covering a whole bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, we have Wonder Man coming, I think, first before.
Oh yeah, keep forgetting about Wonder Man.
Yeah,
that's
we're going to do a show for that. So
Marvel thing, right?
Yeah, the Marvel thing. I was going to say also, I know just because I see him on the schedule for Starfleet and for Game of Thrones. I'm not sure whose it is, but one of our shows on our sister network, NDB Media, they're doing, I think, separate shows for both of those.
They always cover Star Trek.
Well, I know Michael's definitely doing something with Star Trek.
Okay, so anyway, if people want more of that, they can watch theirs as
Scarlett, well. To answer your question, that I'm aware of, there's another one in the pipe, another spinoff in the pipeline. But there at one point there was like 4, and none of them happened.
This is only the second, right? House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
There was originally supposed to be Night of 1,000 Ships, which was about Princess Nymeria. There was supposed to be the one with Naomi Watts.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what the premise of that was. There was going to be a Jon Snow spinoff, which I'm glad they didn't do that one.
Yep.
I'm glad they didn't do that one.
Yep.
You don't like Jon Snow?
Me too.
No, I had nothing wrong with Jon Snow. I just had no interest in what happened to him after
The way Game of Thrones ended, like I'm not sure that would have been an interesting show or a thing I wanted to watch. Like it's.
I would have been down for a spinoff with Arya, but Maisie Williams wanted no part of continuing that. She didn't want to get bogged down into one thing.
So it's funny. So which show do you mean Scarlet is funny?
Which is funny? Dunk and Egg? Could be.
Dunk and Egg, or do you
Star
mean
Trek?
Starfleet Academy? I'm not sure. We just bulleted through so many shows real fast. I'm not sure which show Scarlett is talking about might be funny. I'm not sure any of the shows.
Well, I think she's talking about Dunk and Egg because she said that she couldn't really get into GOT. So if you're talking about Dunk and Egg,
I don't think funny.
I don't know if funny is the right word, but it's lighter toned and it has comical moments
in the stories.
In the book, yeah.
I mean, it seems like I don't really know that much about it, but it's like a hedge knight who's just like a knight that's not associated with a royal family, or a guy who's trying to prove himself, kind of, right, and make his way in the world.
Yeah.
I think.
I will try it. We will see.
Shot.
But when's that start again? Just
Sunday, right?
Sunday.
Coming Sunday, yeah.
That's on
Sunday.
Okay, I have Max. I was like, wait, I do have Max. I have HBO.
Yeah.
I had to think about it. I'm like, that's one I do have.
I mean, AJ and I are going to watch it, and we'll cover it here on Fandom Access.
Right, you guys will cover it regardless of whether I like it.
Yes.
But the name's funny, though, I think. Because I kept thinking you were saying Dunk and Egg. Like,
dunk and egg in your coffee.
Which I'm guessing it's supposed to sound like, but that's what I kept thinking.
No, like Scarlett wrote it, Dunk and Egg.
Oh no, I get that. I thought at first you were saying Dunk and Egg.
One guy's named Dunk, one guy's named Egg. Yeah. Is Star Trek also funny? So is it funny? I would say that the way Paramount has been doing Star Trek and the way Alex Kurtzman has been doing Star Trek, there are comedic moments and there are wholly comedic episodes, but I wouldn't call the entire show a comedy. The entire show is sci-fi, but they definitely have embraced comedic moments more than...
Especially with Anson Mount.
From 30 years ago, right? and Starfleet Academy does have college hijinks. And Holly Hunter is...
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Have you seen the whole... Did you watch the whole thing or just a couple?
No, they made some episodes available to journalists who were covering the junket, but not the whole season. So we didn't see.
Sorry, Scarlett, I haven't seen it yet. It might be good. I just haven't seen it yet. I can't comment when I haven't seen it. But no, I'm happy to be covering it with you. I just hope I like it. I never finished after the first season. I watched most of it. And then, as I was telling her, I don't remember what happened. I got sick or something and couldn't do the junket because Suzanne did it for me. And then, for whatever reason, I never watched the rest of school.
So I hadn't
did you guys ever watch the Orville? I liked the Orville.
No, I hate it.
I was very disappointed when it didn't get renewed.
I watched like 2 episodes.
It's coming back, I thought. I thought that it was coming back. Like it's just going to be a while. That's what I had heard.
I think I watched 2 episodes, and I hate Seth MacFarlane so much that I couldn't watch anymore.
Why do you hate Seth MacFarlane?
I just don't like him. He just doesn't speak to me on screen. I just don't like
it. It is. That's what I thought. They think there's going to be a season 4.
And I don't really like comedies. I don't really watch comedies.
Fair enough.
I prefer my comedy.
I thought it was pretty good. I don't think I got half the jokes, though, because I know it's making fun of Star Trek, and I'm like, I don't get any of this. But I liked what I saw.
I mean, so I hadn't quite completed my thought before we diverged here. Holly Hunter, who is the lead on Starfleet Academy, I would say her character is quirky. I mean, Holly Hunter's character is definitely one of the funnier characters, and she's definitely a quirky person who has her own way of doing things. And she is not your typical Starfleet she's not a captain of a ship. She's chancellor of a school, but she's definitely a more it's not a Jean-Luc Picard type role that she's playing. Also, I would tell you guys that if anybody's a fan of previous Star Trek, this buys in heavy to the lore from Deep Space Nine.
Interesting.
Yeah. Even though it's set like in the Discovery timeline, right? It's set in the post Discovery, but it buys in heavy to some old in the first chunk that I was able to watch. I haven't seen the whole thing, right? But there's a lot of Deep Space Nine level lore that you don't have to know. It's all explained to you. You do not have to watch any previous Star Trek to enjoy it.
That's good. Maybe then I'll try if I have time. I have so many things to watch. I'm like, I'll try. And I feel like I'm saying that a lot, and I'm not trying to be annoying, but it's like I am running out of hours.
Again, Jamie, if you're going to watch a Star Trek show, maybe the one set in the college with the new students joining Starfleet might be the one that you would like most.
I'll try it if I have time. But yeah, I still have a couple other series I gotta watch though, and sleep that I need to get. But I will try. I promise I will try to watch both of them. But yeah, but we do have. I like I said, I will do School Spirits. I'm just hoping I like it, but I know Scarlett wants to do it, so we will do it. But
AJ, look at this comment. Petacolina, DS9 is the greatest Star Trek show ever. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's really good. And there's a bunch of, if you like it, then definitely watch Starfleet Academy because there's a bunch. Of course, the Doctor, the Doctor is in it. So
not my Doctor.
Yeah, but the Doctor's from Voyager.
Oh, the Doctor's from Voyager. That's right, the Doctor's from Voyager. But DS9, they go heavy on some callbacks to DS9 and
I don't know. I think it's kind of funny that I'm not like a Star Trek person because I like sci-fi so much, but I've just never been I mean, like I liked Picard. I watched that with you guys, but
you just watched Star Wars a couple years ago, so
that's fair. Yeah, I hadn't seen Star Wars the originals till a few years ago. I liked it. It's just I don't know. It doesn't resonate with me as much as it does with you guys. But
I mean, Jamie, you're sci-fi. You love sci-fi, but you slide a little more to the X-Files style, not the hard outer space style.
Yes, that's true. I don't always love space dramas. Like I liked Battlestar Galactica, but it still like wasn't my absolute favorite. So it was the same kind of thing.
You guys know I hated that show so much.
Yeah. I liked it. I just didn't. But like Stargate, I loved it. Did Orville had more than one season. I think it had 3. Say. But yeah, but it's supposed to have another season. I just don't know when.
Yeah, I feel like I read not too long ago. McFarlane had said that it was a done deal, that it wasn't going to happen.
Oh, okay. I thought it was still.
I think he kind of gave up hope.
Well, you never know. Maybe it'll be on another network.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can, 10 years for a season 2 for a show, So.
True.
Next is Firefly.
Yeah. We need Firefly.
Yeah, Firefly. No, that one's been.
Which I was thinking that's another show that I would like to try to get for our spotlight interviews. The only thing is, I think the majority of the cast of Firefly is pretty big, and you're maybe not going to get.
I think the only person on this from Firefly that I haven't seen in anything in a long time is the Doctor.
Yeah. Well, wait.
And Jane. I haven't seen Jane in anything in a while.
Oh, the dog. Okay, I know who you mean. I was going to say the other guy, but
yeah. Simon.
I haven't seen. I was going to say Kaylee, but the one who plays Kaylee. But
Jewel State had a show on. You guys watch
still does.
I like Family Law. I watch Family Law.
Still on, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're in between seasons now, but I think it's been renewed. Yeah. By the way, when I was I Googled recaps for Night Manager to guide our conversation tonight, there was an interview with Hiddleston. They mentioned that Night Manager was renewed for season 3 already.
Yes.
They ordered season 2 and 3.
Yes.
So we will be covering this for 2 years, so people just get on it and just watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I guess we should wrap it up.
Yeah. I'll just say, everybody, please like the video, hype it if you can, and subscribe to SciFi Vision, and stay tuned for our other interviews, like I said, and stay tuned for me being excited. I kind of want to tell everybody, but I'll hold off on tomorrow's.
Yeah,
interview.
hold off. And we have no other.
Tom Hiddleston. I'm thinking that picture's up there, and people are probably thinking it's not.
That's not who it is. Jamie, you have no other live streams or shows this week, right? We're in between.
No, it's been slow. That's why I know me and Scarlett got to get on.
Okay,
well, it doesn't start quite yet.
Everybody can go watch Julie's shows while, or watch them anyway, whether we're on or not.
Fallout,
watch Fallout, and we will be back Tuesday with Fandom Access.
Yes. But yeah, there will be other stuff posted before Tuesday, just not live. But that's okay. It'll give me a chance to get some sleep. That's the way I look at it.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
Everybody watch this space.
Yeah.
Stick a fork in his gun.
Have a good night.
Good night, all.
Bye, y'all. Good night.
Bye-bye.